Is going to be on a court case dealing with freedom of expression,
yes.
And I have some personal experience in this, very close to this issue. So I need to sum up that the Town of Halton Hills sued Al Kirouac for defamation, but the judge dismissed the case. I know you'll go into more detail of that, but ruled that, and this is a lovely line, no government may bring an action in defamation. I think that's terribly important for us journalists and media outlet organizers to know. And I think especially for the smaller media outlets in local areas where they don't have perhaps the financial resources of the bigger publishers. Also, another lovely couple of statements from Judge David Corbett's ruling. The government may not imprison or fine or sue those who criticize it. Litigation is a form of force, and the government must not silence its critics by force. You think that would be obvious, but it needs to be declared. I want to get T-shirts and buttons made up with that and pass that out to my journalist friends. Briefly, I want to say speak of my connection. I have had to be publicly silent for about 3 years on this. I had personal experience as a journalist of being threatened with lawsuits from this same municipality. And my publication, which was very small with shallow pockets, decided not to take the financial burden of going to court. Although I would have loved to, because I could have defended every single statement I made. I was itching to go.
Okay.
And I even warned Al Kirouac about 3 years ago to beware of this municipality, that they were litigious. So I want to make a public thank you to Al Kirouac and his lawyers for taking this action, proceeding with it. I think that now we may find that the media outlets can start doing what they should be doing locally, which is criticizing questionable actions.
Okay. We're going to bring Al on right after the break, so please stay with us. We'll be back shortly. Special addendum to the program. With me is Al Kirouac. Al Kirouac is the webmaster of the HaltonHerald.ca. Al, as we were alluded to in the previous segment, has been the subject of a lawsuit which was overturned, a challenge, I guess, regarding freedom of speech. Al, where do matters stand now? Speak to me from the point of view of somebody who runs a website. Where are you at? What have you learned from this?
Well, what I've learned is that freedom of speech comes with its costs. There are people out there who want to control the media and are eager to use your resources, their resources, which are public money, to control the media and what is being reported.
But in your case, it was a town. It was a municipality.
It was a municipality of Halton Hills that came out. And the interesting thing is that they weren't coming after me for what I was reporting as being accurate or inaccurate. What they were coming after me for was defamation. They were claiming that I was hurting the reputation of the town. And I was just reporting the news. So there's a lot of media control.
Where does it stand at the moment?
At the moment, the situation with the Town of Halton Hills was dismissed. There's still some pending litigation there to do with an administrator who we criticized in our publication, and there's a political will that's.
But there's a distinction between criticizing someone and defaming them, is there not? I mean, you can criticize someone's performance without defaming them.
You would think you could do that with public administrators, but apparently those administrators feel that they have a right to use your money, taxpayers' money, to defend themselves.
You're a web-based media site, so the mainstream media in your community, which is Georgetown Independent and Free Press, have they come to your defense?
No, they haven't. In fact, they've selectively reported on variations of the story. You gotta realize that we are a threat. Blogging is a threat to the mainstream media. It gives the people a voice, and we're sharing information. People are now sharing information, and the information is the truth, is coming out.
Yeah.
And what bloggers are to mainstream media is a threat. The protocol is being threatened.
Yeah,
so.
but you know, if they come for you today, the old line, they'll come for me tomorrow. I would have thought the mainstream media would have actually identified the issue here and said this is a freedom of speech issue. We're concerned.
Well, you would expect that, being journalists, that they would do that, but that hasn't happened in our local community. What has happened is that they've done editorials that have, in my view, slammed freedom of speech and our rights to.
What are you hearing from around the world, from around the country? Are you getting support?
I'm getting support from all over the country, which has really helped me to continue on. And I mean, for myself, I'm just an independent person. I'm not the big mainstream media that I don't have corporations backing me up.
You're a website. You don't have financial means. No.
And so when you get a government suit, civil suit coming at you, that's something that, unless you've got resources to defend yourself against, it's a very serious thing.